Hi, in this video I will show an overview of an Omniverse extension for the open source package DHART, which is a platform for performing spatial analysis of the built environment. It helps in generating a navigation graph, visibility metrics, and path planning. Now that it is accessible in Omniverse, in addition to the computational design aspect, I hope this and future releases will help architects and designers evaluate their buildings for accessibility. Since DHART has a Python interface, I challenged myself to write an extension for Create within one day. While there are more features to integrate, it was generally straightforward to do, and I think this approach will be useful for many people that want to leverage existing Python packages and the visualization and interaction features of Omniverse. DHART is available on GitHub, and the Python interface can be installed through pip. By clicking on the GitHub website, the interface documentation for Python, C# if you're using Unity, and C are available. For Omniverse, we use the Python interface. We can see in the documentation there's an example for generating a graph and then visualizing the points with matplotlib. It ended up being nearly the same amount of code to visualize points in Omniverse with the added benefit of 3D viewing and navigation. The extension is made up of a simple GUI widget that asks for a graph starting point and the mesh to use, as well as a wrapper that passes these values to DHART. To use, we simply import a mesh, create an object that can easily move around as a starting point for the graph, enable the extension, and use the GUI to set our targets. We can see in the console the number of nodes generated or printed out, and we can also hide the mesh to just see the nodes. If we want to limit the number of nodes or change the graph settings, for example, to see if there are wheelchair accessible routes, we can go to the code, change some values, and save, which hot reloads the extension and we can run it again. In future releases, I will be working on wrapping more of the DHART API and adding more features accessible through the GUI. Please feel free to visit the DHART GitHub and open a discussion on any feature requests or if you would like to help contribute. That's it for now. In a future video, I will go through the development process in detail. Take care.